Good evening. Calling the building committee to order at 6 p.m. Item 1, roll call to order.
Member Bollier.
Here.
Member Cusimano.
Here.
Member Bellows.
Present.
Member Camiri.
Present.
Member Downs.
Here.
Member Harrington. Here. Member McGowan. Present.
Agenda item B, consent to agenda. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting.
Motion.
Second. Motion by Cusimano, second by Camiri. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Letter C, general business. Moving it over to Ms. Letourneau for review for the facilities update.
I'm unprepared.
I told you we were going to get to you quick.
All right, custodial. See, all the schools are doing summer cleaning right now. I split up the Spalding crew since how that school is closed this summer. I left 3 people there, 1 person supporting first shift while guidance is open to take care of their needs. The other 2 are there for the evening shift to do the actual cleaning that's possible. The rest of them are out helping in the district doing whatever's necessary, prepping for the window film project or anything else. It's just, instead of having them hang out doing almost nothing, we moved them to other places so they can be busy. For grounds, oh, come on, phone. Sorry about that. Now why ain't I mirroring? All right, for grounds, this is the lower field on this end of the building. The irrigation controls used to be in 2 D boxes under the grass right there. We had a little bit of money left over at the end of the year, and we had this stainless steel container already, so we moved them to the fence line, got them above ground so we could work on them easier. A lot safer. Field treatments have all been done. We missed the April treatment because it snowed. So that kind of put us behind. That's why you've seen some fields with some clover in them. But we couldn't close everything down for 48 hours because spring sports was going on. Legion balls, making use of the varsity field again this year. Everything seems to be going smooth. For maintenance, graduation's over and I haven't heard any complaints about it, so I guess it went good.
You didn't stop the rain.
Wow, I can do a lot, I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
I could have moved it if I'd known by 11 o'clock in the morning. Right now, most of my maintenance crews are assembling furniture because most of the money that got spent at the end of the year was on knockdown furniture. So we have weeks of that ahead of us. I'm actually, I put out an email to all the custodians if anybody wants overtime on weekends, nights, whatever they feel like doing, just try to break this stuff out. Spalding High School Band and Chorus. Here is what's left of the band room. They started after it hard last week. They got a good bit of progress done. Things are going well, no surprises. Right here is where that wall used to be in the middle of the room. It's pretty much been just what we expected to happen. It was all added in after, so it's all coming out pretty easy. Air quality improvement project. Oh, and here's steel studs. Most of the material to rebuild band and chorus is on site. Pile of studs. air quality improvement. This is second floor hallway in the water wing. Ceilings are all out, ductwork's going in. Again, no big surprises. It's been well planned and well thought out, and everything's built and everything's going together the way it should. Here's another one. This is a duct cut into a classroom for, the mains are coming down the hallways. And we actually made use of, we don't use the lockers anymore, so instead of taking up floor space, we cut out a couple bays of lockers, and our chases are going up through there, so we don't lose any space. This is just a picture of them getting ready to do some concrete cuts in the hallway. But yeah, everything looks good on it. Everything's on site and ready to go. Shouldn't be a big deal. District window film project. It's hard to get a picture about this that really says anything. But if you look at the difference between these two bays, you can see what we're doing. It's reflective, so you can't really see through it. But if it's backlit enough, you can. But so you can't see people inside. It darkens it up just a little inside, but so far everybody's loved it. It pretty much eliminates the need for shades and blinds in the district everywhere we do this. And so far, this office right here that they're manning this summer, it's like 15 degrees cooler. The solar gain is so much better. So people like it so far. And it's moving well. The Credo's done, East is done. They're working on the middle school, moving into McClellan and Chamberlain this week. So it's going really well. District camera upgrade, all the wires pulled in Gonick and McClellan. RMS will be complete by today. I haven't talked to them, but it was supposed to be done today. Maple's next in line because we got to get it done in July. Now the Maple parking lot. They started digging today, and we ran into, well, we didn't run into a problem. A problem made itself apparent. This is just some of the excavating work. But this is the horseshoe that's there. When this job was done originally, they cut a little bit, put 2 inches of gravel down, and left 2 feet of loom underneath it. So the plan on this project was to kind of leave that old paving and just add where we needed to. And we could still do that. But this is going to fail first. I didn't have a lot of time to put pricing together. Mike did a quick figure for me. So if we went ahead and took out all the original paving, planned on digging it down 2 feet, get rid of everything, put a good base back in, and I only have this in text form, but his was not to exceed $40,000 to $45,000. We don't have to do it. We can leave it the way it is, deal with it later. We do have the money. There's still 2 lines for Maple Street site work improvements that between the 2 of them have $40,029 in them. Said we don't have to do this. We can go up to this, pave up to it, and leave it. The only thing about doing it now is he thinks to remobilize is going to be an extra 20%, which puts it over $50,000. I don't really want to make a recommendation one way or the other. It'd be nice to do the project complete. I don't like to rush. And, but Maple Street's a hard project because you don't have long to do it.
I'm gonna pause you right there, Mr. Letourneau. Mr. Cusimano?
So the life expectancy of the money that we're putting into it without doing it the correct way is gonna be shortened dramatically.
Well, no, because from here, for the rest of the parking lot, we're doing right. We're digging everything out. Where it ties together in that original horseshoe that's in front of the school is gonna fail first. When that is hard to say.
The first crack on water and ice.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look horrible now, it doesn't look great. The plan was to leave it, but we figured the base was okay.
Yes, sorry.
Do you think there would be enough time to, like if we said, okay, just do all of it, fix it on out, is there enough time to do that before they start up
He
again?
says he can do it, he'll have to mobilize a couple more trucks, but he says he can get it done before, June. I think July 28th is our date.
Mr. Cameri?
I would, she asked my question, but as long as, I know it's gonna add time, but they can absorb that time with more equipment or whatever.
Yeah, he says he's got the equipment, he can make it happen.
I'm with Mr. Guzman, it makes sense, I've built enough of these things that it needs to be done right, though, you know, we're gonna be in there in less than a year, 2 years or whatever with trying to fix the broken stuff, fix while you're there,
You know, and this will give us one monolithic asphalt pour
absolutely.
with, you know, no seams, no cracks.
Any more on this topic from the committee? Mrs. Harrington?
I think one thing to consider is how many years will be in that building. Will this, not doing it now, will we get the number of years out of it without fixing it completely that we need for the time we're gonna be in that building, or will it not last as long as the time we're in the building?
I don't have the answer to how long we'll be in that building. I've heard no plans to close it.
Mr. Downs?
We looking from the board, like a recommendation on a certain amount of money to give you for that? Like obviously
No,
72
I'm looking to see if you want to do this add-on, we have the money in budget.
Okay.
We might be short a few $1,000s. Right now, I have $40,029 in the Maple Street site improvement budget that's unencumbered.
It's over that dollar amount, you'd have to come to the board for one of our meetings this month to get there.
You know, there's always, you know, we have some asphalt money that we can pull money out of. There's other funding sources for this to come up with a little bit extra. I don't want to push you guys in one direction or another. We can live without it, it'd be better with it.
Mr. Cusimano?
Correct me if I'm wrong though, but the minute we get a crack, we get water and we get ice, you're gonna be in there with some problems, correct?
Yes.
So it'd be, regardless, we're gonna be there a year or 20 years, it'd be better to do it right, correctly, so you're not coming to us for a year to rip up everything we just put into it, correct?
Yes.
Do we need a motion?
I think for formality, I mean, it's part of the scope of the work, like just you're increasing the scope of the work.
And you have the funding, or you have sources, are you looking for more funding?
I'm not looking for more funding, we have a source
Okay,
already.
so I'll make a motion to do the project correctly at Maple Street Magnet School parking lot.
Sounds like it.
So motion made by Mr. Cusimano to have the full completion of the Maple Street Magnet Street parking lot, second by Mr. Downs. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Just to be clear, that does not have to go to finance because no money is moved. So you don't have to write that.
Do you want in the records the line numbers that I plan to take money from, just in case
You
somebody
can-
asks?
When it's final,
Okay.
then I would bring that just do that in your final review.
Yep.
Just let us know where everything came from, and then if you have to come like by next week, you might have to let the superintendent know if anything has to be added to the agenda for finance.
Well, I will have
A firm number.
MC
but-
Bill send me an official change order. Like I said, tonight I found out at 4:30. I barely had time to go through the books and make sure we had the money, and I went and looked at the project to see if I thought it was worth doing before I brought it to you.
When you have the final financial scope, that's where I'd add it to finance's report next week. So Mr. Jones can bring that forward for superintendent recommends if we have it for just a clarification of where the money's coming from. And we'll do it.
So I will get the paperwork and I will get it added to,
But at least you
agenda
know
for next
the
week.
effort you're gonna put into it.
I'll let,
Okay.
and she'll get it taken care of for me.
The next item I think you have is Rochester Middle School paving.
Oh, yeah, on the schedule for last week of July. I haven't talked to him this week, but he didn't have any issues. Let's see, the money hit the budget, PO will go out first of the week, but he's already planning on doing it anyway, so that should be in good shape. McClellan Playground is tentatively scheduled for the first to second week of August. He still doesn't have the playground in hand.
Mr. Jones.
Back on the Rochester Middle School paving, what is it, the area that we're paving?
The whole in drive, across the front of the school, all the aprons in front of the school, and the sidewalks.
Taking
And
care of
that's-
all those potholes.
They're all gonna be gone.
There's a lot.
And
Yeah,
everything that hasn't been paved in that complex is gonna be done,
perfect.
except for one playground space behind McClellan. Probably just let that turn back to dirt and let the kids play on it.
Back to McClellan School Playground, obviously right now they don't have equipment in hand. Anything else to report on that item?
No, I don't.
Okay. Mr. Guzmanos.
We got one other, the reach.
Hold on a second, Mr. Guzmanos, let's finish, item CA before we go to item D. Mr. Jones.
So that McClellan School Playground, was that part of the surplus that was, or was that?
No, this
So
is a
that's not
standalone
something where we're
project.
gonna be in a bind because it wasn't in hand by July.
No. But I did get all the repair parts in for the East Rochester primary playground last Thursday, the day before it ended, so we got them covered out of last year's budget. It's over $10,000 in parts.
Any other questions regarding the items that were just presented? All right, thank you, Mr. Letourneau. You might have to answer the next question under other, so section D, other. Mr. Guzmanos, do you have anything under other?
Yes, the reach playground, are you still working on that project?
That is is between Stacy King and, I got him a design, I got him a price, couple prices. They kind of went through it, decided what they liked, and now they're exploring funding. I don't know what their plan is, they're trying to get something through some special ed grants. I told them they have a couple months before I have to start thinking about putting it in next year's budget. So maybe they can do something with that.
You're involved, Mr. Guzmanos?
Yes, not from Mr. Letourneau, superintendent, can you go ahead and get those numbers to the board, or for the committee to review, to see if we could do something this year, at the end of the year, or if we need to bond it, or if we got grant money, or any circumstances that might come with it.
So I can tell you that the basic design came in between 225 and 300,000. You can add to it all you want from there, but a lot of that was in solid surfacing. A full third of the project is in the new code compliance stuff. I read some of the city stuff that's going out, and they're allotting 600,000 for the playground at Nancy Loud.
Mr. Camille?
Just while you're talking about that code compliance, so if we do work, is knowing that if you do work on other utilities or whatnot, you have to come into compliance, does that law, rule affect the playground? So if we do work as far as expanding or changing a playground, do we have to then come into code compliance with solid surface?
If we expand it, we will have to come into compliance. If we repair it, we can repair it
We
all.
can repair it
As long as we
in
can-
kind,
As
but-
long as we can get year, make, and model parts.
Okay, so we're not like forced to start putting,
No, we
The
don't
solid
have, we
surface,
don't
as
have,
long
because
as we don't-
nobody's making us upgrade
okay,
what we have. But as they come out of functional use, there's gonna be a big, you know, and that's why the Head Start program out here put one in December 30th. Because they didn't wanna meet the new codes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because now they got a 15-year playground that isn't up to code. But they made the choice to do that.
Anything else under other? Alright, seeing none, agenda item E, public comment. Is there anyone from the public who would like to address the building committee?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Seeing none, closing public comment. Letter F, adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motions.
Motion by Downs, second by Bellows. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.